So imagine turning your day trading hobby into a highly profitable, tax efficient business. Yes, it's not just a dream, but it's a strategic move that's going to help you save on taxes, but also it's going to help you protect your assets as you grow your wealth. So in today's video, we're going to dive a little bit deeper on how to trade as a business using an LLC. Let's go. Hey, what's up everybody? Brian Rivera here, CPA, and I wanted to welcome you back to the channel. So on this channel, I talk about a lot of different things, but really I'm just a tax strategist that loves to help business owners save money on taxes. So if you are new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So if you're like most traders, the thrill of trading and making a profit is usually matched by the fear of losses and also complications as it comes to taxes. So you're not just day trading stocks, but you're navigating a financial landscape with the goal is to find any advantage you can take to keep your profit. We've been there and we understand how crucial it is to find solutions that not only help you protect your hard-earned gains, but also give you peace of mind. And that's why today we're going to talk a little bit more about how trading as a business or under an LLC can be a game changer for you and your operation. My goal is at the end of this video is that you understand the ins and outs of the LLC, how it can protect your assets, how it can help you strategize from a tax perspective, providing more tax efficiency, and how you can overall streamline your operations. So this is your blueprint of transforming your day trading into a legitimate business that will be protected. So with years of experience in both tax planning and business structuring, I've helped countless entrepreneurs like you, both traders and non-traders, help structure their activities and to streamline their operations for long-term success. So by leveraging both the legal and tax benefits of an LLC, our clients have been able to scale their operation beyond what they thought possible while also saving money on taxes along the way. Now it's your turn to put some of this stuff into practice to take your trading to the next level. Introductions to LLC for day traders. So an LLC or limited liability company is not just for traditional businesses, but day traders can use these as well. By trading under an LLC, you gain crucial benefits such as personal asset protection, meaning your business and personal assets are now separated, potential tax benefits that you can leverage under the LLC structure, and then number 3 is you gain credibility as running a legit business. I think this structure is particularly attractive for the trader out there who wants to take that next step and professionalize their trading journey. Setting up your LLC. So setting up your LLC first starts off with selecting where you want to incorporate. So a lot of people like the states such as Wyoming, Delaware, and Nevada is because they have low fees to get set up and they also offer privacy protections. Setting up in your home state offers simplicity, cost effectiveness, and straightforward tax compliance requirements. So in my experience, it's generally best to set up in your home state because you usually have access to more resources and support to help you along that journey of managing that LLC. And the other thing is sometimes you don't want to have to maintain multiple designations for that LLC. A lot of times if you live in, let's say, California and you set up an LLC in Nevada, well, when you go to file your taxes, California will see that you're operating a Nevada-based business in California, and they will require you to file what's called a foreign entity. And so you'll have to maintain 2 different registrations. Once you've landed on your home state, the next step is you're going to want to name that LLC and make sure that it complies with your state regulations. So after you've named your entity, the next step is you want to identify a registered agent. Typically, this is going to be somebody that the state can identify or contact in the event that they can't reach you. And then from there, it's typically you're just going to file your articles of incorporation. That's typically filed with your state. You're also going to get your federal tax ID number. And this is, you can think of this as almost like a social security number for your business. This EIN number is then going to be tagged to your business while it's in existence. So while you're still in the setup process, you'll also want to make sure that during this step, you make any required elections, because typically these are time-based, so they need to be done within 75 days of inception. For example, if you're someone that trades stocks or options and you want to make the Section 475F election, what this does is it basically converts your capital gains to ordinary income, ordinary loss. It helps you on the loss side, and it also gets rid of wash sales. Well, the Section 475 election must be made within 75 days of inception. So if you created an LLC on January 1st, you can count from that day 75 days forward to make that election. And once you make that election, it'll go in your books and records. Another example, maybe you're a Forex trader. Well, Forex traders are taxed as what's called Section 988. And you might want to opt out of that, and you might want to be a 1256 trader. Well, what a 1256 trader is somebody that gets a favorable tax rate. And if you want to make that election, you want to do it within those first 75 days so that you can document that those things happen. And then the last election that you might want to make is maybe you don't want to be taxed as an LLC. Maybe you want to be taxed as an S corporation. Well, this is also the sweet spot of where you might want to make that S corporation election as you're filing that new LLC. This foundational step is crucial for legal operation and financial organization. All right, so now let's talk about some of the tax advantages of LLCs. LLCs enjoy something what's called pass-through taxation. And so what that means is that the profit that an LLC generates is passed through to its shareholders. So if you own that LLC 100% outright, whatever that LLC does is there's no taxes being paid at the LLC level. Instead, those profits are passed through to you on the personal side. And on that side, that is where you will pay tax. So you're not double taxed like you would if you were inside of a corporation. So the other thing that you can do now is you have the ability to deduct business expenses. For a business expense to be deductible, it must be both reasonable and necessary. So as you are conducting your day trading business, you want to think about what are those things that are allowing me to generate profit. So you might want to look around and say, okay, yeah, I pay for subscription services. Yes, I pay my CPA. Yes, I'm a part of mentorship groups. Yes, I pay for margin interest because I trade on margin. Yes, I have scanners. I pay for market data. I run my operation out of a home office. Like there's a ton of stuff that you should be tracking and that you can deduct against your LLC, and they must be reasonable and necessary. Now, the other tax advantage of an LLC is that you can elect to be taxed as an S corporation. A lot of times people wonder, like, why would a trader ever want to be taxed as an S corp? And the reason for that is because an S corp provides the trader an opportunity to create earned income. And the reason why a trader needs earned income is because their profit from trading is not subject to Social Security tax. One of the requirements to deduct your health insurance or contributions to retirement plans, such as the solo 401k or a SEP IRA or even a traditional IRA, is earned income. So by having that S corp designation, you pay yourself reasonable compensation. When you pay yourself reasonable compensation, you can now deduct officer health insurance. You can now deduct solo 401k contributions, which is a tax write-off against your profit. Now, the other cool thing that you can do is sometimes we come across traders who are digital nomads, meaning that they live overseas. So they stay out of the country for long periods of time, but they still remain U.S. residents. So one of the things that they can leverage is called the Foreign Earned Income Tax Credit, meaning for this current tax year, you can actually deduct $120,000 against your profit and not pay federal income tax on those dollars. Now, the requirement is you got to have foreign earned income. All right, so now we're going to move on to asset protection. One of the LLC's key benefits is segregating your personal assets from business assets. If your trading account suffers a significant loss or legal action, your personal assets will be protected against that. On the contrary, maybe you have other businesses or exposure. Let's say you have rental properties and something happens with your rental property and you get sued. Well, you don't want them to have access to your trading capital. And so by having that in another LLC, you're providing another layer of protection against business debt or legal action. One of the other things that I like that the LLC does is it allows you to basically segregate your investment positions from your actively traded accounts. Now, one of the disadvantages of being a 475 or a mark-to-market trader is that you no longer get long-term capital gains, but you don't care is because you're a short-term day trader. But you might also find opportunities in the market where you want to invest long-term. And by investing long-term, you get long-term capital gains. Well, an easy way to separate those positions is you invest long-term in your personal name. And then on the LLC side, what you'll do is you'll conduct your active day trading accounts under that LLC account. Operating as an LLC allows you to open up a business bank account, which then you can separate both your business and personal finances, which will help simplify your tax reporting. Now, some of the things that you want to track is you want to be able to track your business expenses. So anything that's reasonable and necessary in that LLC. You want to track your expenses, but you also want to track your withdrawal. So meaning you taking any distributions out of the company. And you also want to track your contributions. So anytime you're adding capital into the business. Now, if you do this, your CPA will love you and it'll make his life easier or her life easier come tax time. Now, the other thing you'll want to do is you want to make sure that you open up your trading accounts under your EIN number. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people do the legwork. They do all the stuff that they need to do to get the business open. They go throughout the year, and at the end of the year, their 1099-B is under their name. They did not open the business accounts, or they didn't open the trading accounts under the business. You open the business up, just take that last step and make sure that that documentation is clear and concise. Now that you have an LLC, you want to make sure that you understand the regulatory compliance and then your record keeping responsibilities. Compliance with both federal and state laws, unfortunately, is non-negotiable. This includes filing all annual reports and all financial transactions, both the expense side and on the trade side, that occurred in that business. Now, you might ask, what are some of the annual reports that I need to file? Well, depending on your state, usually you'll have an annual report to file. So you'll want to make sure you check what state that you incorporated in. Now, the other piece is obviously depending on how your LLC is taxed, whether that's a sole proprietorship, that's going to get filed with your personal taxes. If you're an LLC taxed as a partnership, well, you'll have a partnership tax return that gets completed. And then the K-1s would then flow through your personal taxes. And then if you're an LLC taxed as an S corporation, you're also going to have a pass-through entity, which is an S corporation return that produces a K-1 that then goes through your personal tax. Now, one of the new requirements for LLCs going forward is they have to do a FinCEN BOI report, which is beneficial ownership. And so that report doesn't take that long, but it is something that you need to file anytime a new entity is being registered. At the end of the day, proper record keeping is going to help you when it comes tax time, but also when you're evaluating your overall trading business. You want to know your numbers from top to bottom. So one of my favorite tools that I like to streamline tax preparation for, that also lets me know if I qualify as a trader, what my capital gains, short-term, long-term gains are, and any reports that I need to do when it comes tax time, is Trader Files. And I love Trader Files is because it helps traders automate tax reporting so that way they can move on and focus on what they need to, which is trading. All right, so now I know I shared a lot of positives. Now I do want to make sure that we cover any of the common pitfalls, especially things that I've seen over the years. And this is going to help you on your decision-making journey, whether or not the LLC to day trade is going to work for you. Number one is going to be failure to separate business and personal expenses and income. I mentioned it earlier. You want to make sure your trading accounts and your business bank accounts are under your LLC. And you want to make sure that you're properly tracking your expenses under that business. The other thing, LLCs sometimes come with unexpected expenses. For example, an LLC tax return is a little bit more complex than a personal tax return, so you can expect your compliance fees to go up. Sometimes the broker is going to tag you as a professional, and so your data fees might go up as well. So before you're setting up an LLC, you might want to check with your preferred broker just to see, are they going to mark up your data fees just because you're opening up an LLC account? So it's extremely important that you factor this in to make sure that your LLC will still be profitable while it's in operation. Not all brokerage firms treat LLC and personal accounts the same. Now, I've come across some brokerage firms that don't even support LLC accounts at all. But the other thing you want to look at is to look to see if their margin policies are consistent or the same. And if they're not, make sure that the margin policies under the LLC accounts won't impact your day trading. You want to make sure that you understand the IRS's designation for trader in securities versus a business entity. While forming an LLC might sound like a straightforward way to enjoy tax benefits, it's crucial that you understand what a day trader in securities is versus just operating a business entity. And in some cases, achieving that trader in securities status does allow a lot of the same benefits that an LLC does. So you want to make sure which situation works best for you. Now, trader status requires meeting certain criteria, but if you can meet that, you might be able to get some of the same benefits that you can inside of the LLC without going through the headache or the compliance of actually setting up an LLC for trading. Another pitfall that I've ran into is underestimating the value of tax planning and overlooking your tax compliance reporting requirements. I can't tell you how many times I've seen traders cross the end of the year, get into the next year, have a great year, but they didn't do anything from a strategy perspective to try and chip away at their tax bill. So if you fail to plan, you can prepare to fail. So making sure that you're at least looking at your tax situation on a quarterly basis can save you thousands of dollars a year if you are a profitable trader. So to sum it all up, trading as a business is more than just a strategic move. It's a commitment to both professionalism, efficiency, and growth to help you scale your trading operation. So if you found value in today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're someone that's a profitable trader and you're looking at different ways to save on tax, I'm gonna drop a link below where you can book a complimentary tax savings estimate call with someone from our team. I sincerely wish you guys the best of luck on your trading journey, and we'll catch you at the next video. Have a good one.